All right, it is very early in the morning here at CVG International Airport. Alana and I are looking to get out of town for a weekender. I am looking to get back into some desert heat and sun. Alana is looking to make up for a desert trip that she wasn't a part of. Link above my head on that trip in video, or at least the first one. This time, we are headed to Vegas. Let's get it going. All right, we are out of the Las Vegas airport. We've got our rental car. We are on the road, and because we started so early and on East Coast time, we are starving. However, it's still very morning here in Nevada, so it's still breakfast, and we already did that. So we stopped here both for water and some other stuff at this Albertsons to get snacks and food and everything. And one of the things, very Vegas style, but they have Monopoly games at the grocery store, which is cool. And then we picked up some adenosine blockers. We're good to go there. And then, so here's the deal. I'm not even ashamed to admit what's about to happen. We're gonna sit here in this little car for a second. We're gonna go full carnivore on some deli ribs. That's right. That's what we're doing here at 9:30 in the morning Nevada time. So I gotta put you away because I'm gonna be all like, nah, and I don't want you to have to see that. All right, well, Alana and I have now been hiking for a good bit in Ice Fox Canyon. She is chilling over here while I finally take a photo. We actually made it all the way back into where sometimes seasonally there is a waterfall, and it's even though they had tremendous rains, at least that's what some of the locals were saying on the hiking trail, there was no water actually moving there, so no waterfall. And now we're hiking back out. We're probably, I don't know, 10-15% back out. This is only a 1.1 mile trail, but it's pretty slow going because of there is a lot of rocks and hiking, which you've seen in B-roll, the kind of this size that Alana's sitting on. So really super pretty trail. Because it's such harsh light right now, I've struggled a little bit, but what I just stopped with, you can see my camera back here behind me, and at the risk of not getting you too sick and not busting my keister, what I liked here in these rocks looking back out towards the valley in this canyon is right up here in the foreground, the seams in the rock where the iron's at. It leads your eye sort of back and forth through the scene. Now I would have loved a tree or some bigger payout down there on the other end, and that's not there. So there are some clouds in the sky. I don't know if I can add some contrast and kind of do something with that in the background, but they kind of line up pretty darn close to right in the middle of the center of the canyon. So not sure if it's going to work or not, but I hadn't snapped a photo yet. I was starting to jones about it, so I did, and here's that photo. All right, well, we finished up that hike. It's a little windy off and on. Hopefully the audio is okay. We finished up that hike, and I ended up taking a few more photos of some mountain climbers, and then there was one little scene that I really kind of liked where there was a dead tree off to the left that was framed by a living tree on the right. It was okay. I think it would have been substantially better with a little bit better light. The sky was really bright and blue. Anyway, our whole mission after that hike was to do the scenic loop there in Red Canyon again. But when we got out and around, what ended up the entrance again to the left was blocked off, and there was police and lights, and they weren't letting anyone else back in. So we ended up leaving, and then we went over to Mount Charleston. And the thought here was first to see if some hiking trails that Alana and I were interested in were going to be open. There's still some snow up on the mountain, and it does look like it's 50-50, like some of the trails are open, but the parking isn't necessarily, so I'm not sure how that's going to play out for this long weekend, but I don't know, we might still try. Anyway, I'm waffling a bit. We came down off of Mount Charleston, and we're really actually just kind of along the road now, and what I'm hoping to do, Mount Charleston is off directly behind the camera here. I'm going to spin around. So it's small here with this little DJI screen, but I'm going to try to put that guy in the background with some Joshua trees. We're about 45 minutes to golden hour, and then shortly after that, obviously, blue hour. So I'm going to try to find Joshua tree, maybe yucca cactus, some kind of little foreground element with that in the background. So as I did that spin, you can see that there is some clouds here, and I don't know how that's going to play out. So off the opposite direction to the east, there's some really cool kind of whitewash sand looking rocks, and there's actually kind of a rain front directly over my head here. You can see I thought it looked like it was raining just a little bit. I don't know if it is or not. It's moving away from us. The bottom line is I'm not sure what's going to happen with the sky, so I'm going to shut up, especially with this wind, try to find a place to set up for sunrise and sunset. Dear Lord, thanks for correcting me, baby. Sunset. And hopefully I can make a picture. So I'm going to do that now. All right, well, what a lovely evening. It did get a little bit cool towards the end, really largely because of the breeze. You already saw 2 compositions that were my initial mission, and I will share a few more. I made the decision, seeing some light behind me, that I wanted to kind of go handheld and change up. And some of those were just kind of quick run and gun style, handheld, looking down the long road, often some mountains that had lights on it. Anyway, I made the executive decision that I didn't think the light was going to do much, and we left. We're tired. It's 6:30 here. That's 9:30 p.m. our time back home, and we started at 3:30 a.m. our time back home. So the painful thing to that is that the light really went crazy. It was just pinks and purples, all kinds of colors. That just we really kind of were disappointed that we both ditched a little early. So anyway, all good. Still a great trip, great day. I'm going to wrap this up now. We're going to grab a sandwich and plan tomorrow. We're thinking about Valley of Fire. Has got a good chance for tomorrow, but I'm going to wrap this vlog up. Thanks for following along. Smash subscribe, like, all those things. See you next week.